friends, Tiff with a little dose of magic. We are back with another video for you today. If you're new here, welcome. The channel's mostly Disney, but we throw in some Harry Potter, some art content. We'll throw in some bookish content here and there. We just like to have fun. If you're returning, welcome back, friends. So today, Nina over at Wrestling with Books and Wrestling with Disney on Wrestling with Books is doing Bookmas in July. And she decided today she was going to share some of her favorite children's and middle grade books. And she asked a few of us to participate and made it a collab. So here we are. Everybody that's participating will be linked down below. Definitely go check out Nina. Her videos have been awesome this month. I mean, they're always awesome, but it's fun to watch Bookmas in July. I've gotten some pretty good book recommendations from it. So I figured we're probably going to share some current books too. What I have, I honestly right now, I don't really read a lot of middle grade. I tend to do more YA and adult, but I went through my books and got my favorites from when I was a kid. So you're about to see the kind of books I grew up reading. I think most kids when they're little golden books. We had a ton growing up. I mean, we used to take them and build with them. So as I've grown up, I found a few at different, half-price books, garage sales, thrift stores. This one I actually bought for a class project. This book is so cute. Actually, you know what? I know when I did the when I did the story time for Vlogmas, people seem to like it. So if you want me to do a story time with this, let me know, and I'm sure I can make that happen somewhat soon. But this is such a cute bedtime story. But I got Lasso of the Moon, I've got Alice, I've got Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan. Pretty much if it was a golden book, you were good. Now, I was huge into dance when I was growing up. So, these were also some of my favorites. My Pretty Ballerina. Me and my mom would pick these up every time we went to the library, or if she found a couple, at half-price books or whatever. These were some of my favorites to read and to have read to me. It's so long. What was the main girl's name? I don't know that it actually ever said her name, but that's okay. This one of the two in the spotlight was good, but this was the one, Saturday is Ballet Day, is probably the one that I read the most. So now we're on to more kind of middle grade for the time. And this actually is one that my mom gave me. She used to read. It's called The Secret Language by Ursula Nordstrom. This book is about these two girls that live at a boarding school. It's been so long since I've read this, I don't really remember all the ins and outs of it. But, I mean, you can kind of tell by the title, they kind of develop a friendship and have their own little secret language thing going on, from what I remember. But I used to read this all the time growing up. And so my mom, whenever I was about, whenever I had my plastic and metal valve, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but you could hear it I could hear it at night. It sounded like a clock. And it, so that's why I just got used to being either having music going or something. But the first couple of nights that I was home and I couldn't sleep, well, I mean, she did it for a while, but my mom would read to me, and this was one of the books that she read, and she just kind of gave it to me because I liked it so much. So there's that one. And then, of course, Beverly Cleary. Anything by her was golden, but Beezus and Ramona was one of my faves. Gotta love Ramona. She cracked me up. And then, alright, another one that I absolutely loved to read when I was in late elementary and middle school was Tuck Everlasting. Such a good book. I think a lot of people probably ended up reading this as part of their reading list. But if not, and you haven't read this one, check it out. It's really, really good. And was it Disney that made? I know there's a Tuck Everlasting movie. I'm pretty sure it was Disney, but I need to watch that. It's been a long time since I've seen that. That was a good movie too. I read this one quite a bit though. It was one of my favorites, so I had to include this one. And then, alright, I'm saving my absolute favorite for last. But one of the series that I was so into, the first one that I actually was like, oh, can we go to the bookstore so I can get this next book? I read this one, I need the next one. Can we go to the library or the bookstore? Boxcar Children. I loved it, and I still do. Every once in a while, if I've got 30 minutes or so or an hour to kill, I'll randomly grab a Boxcar Children. It's just nostalgic. It brings back good memories. But I have a lot of them. I never got rid of any of them. Still have a bunch on the top of my shelf. But this was one of my favorite series, and I almost always had one of these with me or, close by to where I could grab it when I got bored. Last one, but definitely not least, my absolute favorite book growing up was one called Running Out of Time. And it is about this girl, it's by Margaret Peterson Haddix, first off. I guess I should probably tell you who it's by. But it's about this girl named Jessie who lives in a frontier village called Clifton in Indiana. Back in, I know it's the mid to later 1800s, 1850s, 40s. It's like somewhere in the mid 1800s. At least that's what she thinks. But a bunch of the kids start to get sick. It's a whole ordeal. There's a little bit of time traveling. It's so good. And I don't know what made me like this one so much growing up. But I did. I checked this book out so much from the library. And we eventually found it at Half Price Books. And I am not going to lie. I occasionally, if I'm, feeling nostalgic, I'll go pick this up. It doesn't take that long to read. But definitely, if you like middle grade, definitely check this out. Because this was, at the time, I absolutely loved it. But that's it, guys. I mean, we also, growing up, Berenstain Bears was always a big thing in the house. The, Babysitter's Club, I got into it, but not as much as Boxcar Children. So that, and then Sweet Valley Twins, Sweet Valley Kids, Sweet Valley Twins. I loved those books too. So I grew up reading. My mom and dad have always been huge readers, so books have always been a big part of our household. And I decided, we're gonna take a trip down memory lane. So I hope you enjoyed it. What were some of your favorite kids' books down below? Or have you read any of these, guys? Let me know. And we will see you real soon. Remember, you're awesome just the way you are. We love you. Goodbye.